Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's super important, but often misunderstood: the art of touch. Now, before you click away, this isn't about being creepy or making anyone uncomfortable. In fact, it's the exact opposite. We're talking about how to use subtle, respectful touch to build a genuine connection and spark attraction, all while making sure she feels completely safe and comfortable. Think about it. Communication isn't just about what you say. It's about body language, eye contact, and yes, appropriate physical contact. When used correctly, a simple touch can say more than 1,000 words. It can communicate confidence, warmth, and interest in a way that's natural and non-threatening. But here's the golden rule, and I want you to remember this throughout the entire video. Always, always pay attention to her reaction. If she pulls away or seems hesitant, you respect that space immediately. Consent and comfort are everything. The goal here is to connect, not to conquer. So if you're ready to learn how to add this powerful yet subtle layer to your social skills, stick around. Let's get into the first way. All right, our first point is what I call the guiding hand. This is one of the most classic, and for good reason, most effective ways to initiate touch. Imagine you're in a crowded bar, a busy party, or trying to navigate through a packed street. Instead of just saying, "This way," you can gently place your hand on the small of her back to guide her through the crowd. Why does this work so well? First, it's chivalrous. You're being a gentleman, protecting her and making a path. It's a functional touch with a clear purpose, so it doesn't feel random or weird. Second, the small of the back is a relatively neutral, non-intimate area, but it's also sensitive enough to create a little spark. It sends a message of, "I'm here with you, I'm looking out for you." You could also use this when you're opening a door for her, gently guiding her through first, or when you're showing her something interesting, like a piece of art in a gallery. The key is to be light and brief. It's a momentary gesture, not a lingering hold, just a soft touch. Guide her, and then your hand is gone. It's confident, protective, and shows you're a man who knows how to lead in a respectful way. Moving on to number 2, the playful tap. This one is all about bringing a fun, lighthearted energy into your interaction. It's perfect for when you're sharing a laugh or making a joke. Let's say she says something funny that genuinely makes you laugh. As you're laughing, you can give her a light, playful tap on the upper arm or shoulder. It's a physical exclamation point to your shared humor. It says, "Hey, we're on the same wavelength, and I'm having a great time with you." This type of touch breaks the physical barrier in a way that's completely non-threatening and associated with positive feelings like laughter and fun. You can also use it to get her attention playfully. If you're walking side by side and want to point something out, instead of just yelling her name, a light tap on the shoulder is much smoother. The secret here is to keep it quick and energetic. It's a tap, not a pat or a squeeze. It should feel spontaneous and joyful. When you connect touch with laughter, you're creating a powerful positive association in her mind, and that's a huge step in building attraction. Okay, let's talk about number 3, and this one is a bit more personal, so you need to read the situation well. I call it the meaningful high five or handshake. This goes beyond just a standard greeting or celebration. We're elevating it. For example, if she tells you about an accomplishment, maybe she nailed a presentation at work or finished a marathon, that's a perfect moment for an enthusiastic high five. But don't just slap her hand and pull away. Let your fingers linger for just a split second longer than usual, and make strong, warm eye contact while you say, "That's seriously amazing. Congratulations." That small moment of prolonged contact transforms a generic gesture into a moment of genuine connection. Similarly, at the end of a great date, instead of a potentially awkward hug, you could opt for a handshake. But make it a good one, not a limp, dead fish handshake, and not a bone-crushing one either. A warm, firm handshake where you might gently hold it for an extra moment. Look her in the eyes and say, "I had a really wonderful time tonight." This conveys so much respect, confidence, and sincere interest. It's a mature and charming way to close an interaction, leaving her with a warm, fuzzy feeling. Now for our 4th point, the incidental touch. This is the ninja level of subtle touch. It's all about creating contact that seems completely accidental or incidental to the situation. It's brilliant because it has total plausible deniability. For instance, if you're sitting next to each other on a couch or at a table, you might accidentally let your knees or shoulders brush against hers for a moment. Or, when you're both reaching for the salt shaker or a menu, you might let your hands or fingers touch for a brief second. The key is to act like you didn't even notice. Just carry on the conversation as normal. What this does is it introduces the idea of physical contact in a very low-pressure way. It allows her to get comfortable with your physical proximity. If she's comfortable and doesn't pull away, that's a great sign. It's like testing the waters without actually having to ask. Another example is if you're walking side by side and your hands brush together. Don't make a big deal out of it. Let it happen naturally. These small, seemingly accidental touches build a subtle physical rapport and can create a surprising amount of electrical charge and anticipation without any pressure at all. And finally, our fifth and most advanced technique, the grooming gesture. You need to be very careful with this one, as it requires a good level of comfort and rapport already established. This is when you notice something slightly out of place on her, and you fix it. For example, maybe she has a stray eyelash on her cheek, a loose thread on her sweater, or a bit of fluff in her hair. You can say, "Oh, hold on, you've got something," and then very gently and carefully remove it for her. This is powerful for a few reasons. First, it shows you're paying close attention to her, noticing the small details. Second, it's a caring and nurturing gesture. You're taking care of her in a small way. And third, it involves touching a more personal area, like her face or hair, which can be incredibly intimate and attraction-building when done right. But here's the crucial part. You must ask for permission, even if it's implicitly, saying, "Oh, hold on a sec," and pausing gives her a moment to say no, or lean away if she's not comfortable. Never just lunge at her face. It has to be slow, gentle, and respectful. When done correctly, this tiny act of grooming can feel incredibly personal and create a huge spark of connection. So, to wrap it all up, remember the 5 subtle ways: the guiding hand for chivalry, the playful tap for fun, the meaningful high five for connection, the incidental touch for building comfort, and the grooming gesture for showing you care. The most important thread connecting all of these is to be observant and respectful. Your goal is to make her feel good, safe, and seen. Pay attention to her body language. Does she lean in or pull away? Does she smile and reciprocate? Her reaction is your guide. Attraction is built on a foundation of trust and comfort, and using touch in this thoughtful, subtle way is one of the best ways to build that foundation. It shows you're a socially intelligent man who understands nuance, and that, my friends, is incredibly attractive. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope you found these tips helpful and that they give you the confidence to build better connections. If you enjoyed this video and want more content on communication, confidence, and dating, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you and miss out on our future videos. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these techniques you're going to try, or if you have any of your own to share. Stay confident, stay respectful, and I'll see you in the next one.